How you going, guys? Welcome back again. It's quite bloody cool at the moment. Weather's been crap here. But anyway, yeah, back in this. I'll have a bit of a quick clean up here. And then I've got some other bits that you can actually probably just see down here. I've got myself another old computer case, which is a bigger size, which is going to be better for what I want to do with building this PC. So I'll explain that a bit in a second. So what I'll do is I'll have a quick clean up here, get this out of the road, and I'll tell you why I've got this one instead of the last one that I pulled apart. But anyway, I'll stop talking. Battery charger. Right, so the main reason I've got this here is, instead of that last one that I pulled apart, which you'll immediately see when I see this, put this here, it's way taller. This case here is the next size form factor, which can take several different size boards and bits and pieces. So this is here is, so this is the one I had originally just for mock-up, which is a micro ATX board. This is a ATX board. So this is sort of the next form factor up, not that way, but anyway. These are still old generation, but basic principle is the same. It just means that if I'd used the back plate for this one, I wouldn't be able to put bigger boards in it. But with this bigger board, back plate, which is in here, I can put any size motherboard in within reason. There is bigger boards than this big one, but that's sort of not quite so mainstream. It will be more professional sort of type level. When I mean professional, like I'm talking about guys that are doing big huge like video editing, like creation sort of stuff, like movies that are go with kind of people, and anybody else that's got a hugely deep wallet. One of those backboards would have been quite cool because you can still put these in them. But yeah. But anyway, so yeah, this is ATX, this is micro ATX, and I think this is also micro ATX, but it's a chopped down version. It's the same depth, but it's not as wide. I'm not sure how common these are now, but there's quite a few different variations, and there's even smaller ones in this again. But it doesn't really matter. The bigger form factor than the ATX is what they call eATX. And I think there's even bigger ones again, but it doesn't really matter. But these are the most common for mainstream people that are doing sort of what I'm doing, video editing, playing games and all that sort of crap. Not that I'm really into playing games, but it's something that I've done in the past, but only really sort of through, what do you call it, like, you know, gaming consoles and stuff when I was younger. But anyway, so I'm going to strip this down and work out the bits that I want out of here again. And the other main thing too is because this back piece is almost the same for the other one. Jake hasn't pinched it. With all his, he's in everything. So that's the other main difference. Obviously, the power supplies can go anywhere in a computer. but these pieces don't change, and this is the same, but this has got more slots, and that's what's the difference with the bigger ATX boards instead of micro ATX. So that's why I want to use this one, because it gives just a lot more expandability. So I'll strip this down and get this piece out of here, and I'll be probably using this back part, not all of it, but I'll be using this back part mainly, sort of this bit, to put in my other one. And as you can see, like these here are all lined up still, they're all, like the shape's different, but the screw holes are basically the same, basic layouts, just, you know, like it's just variations of different things over the years, you know. I'll get this stripped down. I don't know if you can read that or not, but on here it's got the markings for, tells you which holes are what for these holes that work with the different boards, so that's quite handy. But I will need to get some of the because that other one didn't use the what they call standoffs, that had like raised bits with the screw holes in it, apart from one. So I'll go see the local guy and maybe dig through some of his old cases and see if I can get some standoffs out of them. But that's cool, just needs a clean. So that's definitely way more suitable for what I want. Yeah, and this is quite good too, because this is just a separate piece. So I can just set that up to work with what I want. And it's got a little, so that's actually nice. That's, these two pieces are actually will work really well for what I want, I think. Frustrated now, I'm losing interest. This motherboard tray, well, it's got these standoff things which are meant to be lined up for here, which they do, but the other ones would normally just screw into holes like this, but on this backing tray it's got these weird clip-in things that go in these holes, and I haven't got any. Because all I was going to do was just buy a bag of modern screw and standoffs, which are, you know, only a few bucks, and screw some in. But yeah, there's like these weird clip things that just fucking no good to me. pain in the ass. I don't know what they are. Like I said, they're just normally like this. And you just screw them in a hole, and away you go. Put your motherboard on top, but the fuck, can't screw anything into it. Anyway, getting frustrated. Righty guys, so I've given up on this side at the moment. I've just sent the guy a message that I got this stuff off and sent him a photo and whatever. This is just, it's got a strange setup on here. Hopefully he might be able to help me out with the proper clips for it, or we might be able to find another tray that's more better suited. But that'll work. But yeah, I'll be able to use that for mock-up as well. Man, that's an old hard drive. Funny, 40 gig. So anyway, what I might do is, since there's not what else I can do with trying to set up internal stuff, like I was sort of thought I might have done, but I don't want to fit that tray and then not be able to use it. I'm going to have a wee play, see if I can make this back piece fit up here. If I can get this piece just down behind the camera. To fit on here somehow. Biggest problem, because it's got this big heavy edge on it, it won't flex very well. So I've either got to cut this edge off so it'll reshape better. And I don't have a shrink a stretcher here, which would be really, really nice, but just don't have one. So yeah, I think I'll cut this edge off and see if I can get this to fit the shape a bit better and try and straighten this out a little bit more like I did with some of the other stuff, just hammer and dolly it a bit. See if we can make this fit up here and make it look cool, hopefully. Or I might even fit it round the other way when I trim that edge off. Might be up here. But I can always just trim these off square. Work it out. But anyway, what I might do is try and trim some of this off. We'll work it out. Yeah, I might trim this off down through here. Yeah. Right. I'll get my angle grind set up so we can work out a fairly straight line across there. Because what I might do is just try and, if I can get these to flatten down, I might take it from behind maybe, I don't know. Or just work it out. Work it out.
Jungle. Audio Jungle.
Right, how you going, guys? So I'm just doing a handheld at the moment. So I'm slowly piecing together this outside of this case. Still working on things. The half sprocket on the top, it's not welded on there yet. That's a maybe, not sure. So yeah, like got timber up the sides there. I'll sort of chart it with blowtorch. Because yeah, I quite like. I've done a couple of hammer handles, and Arco always burns his hammer handles. I wish that was a slightly nicer grain wood, not just pine, but it is what it is. So it looks quite cool. I found some better timber to put around the bottom, but it's not one piece. But I think if I screw it onto the base, with a few screws, it'll stay there and trim around it and make it nice and shaped. I'll sand it down so it's reasonably smooth. I'm not going to take all the rustle and effect away because I actually quite like that rough texture. So yeah, I'm getting there. Hopefully you can see that. Just thinking that, man, I wasn't videoing that very well. Sometimes you look past the camera. So yeah, that's what I've got done at the moment. So I'm probably going to put a piece of timber in here to tie these together. These will be tied to the bottom somehow. Not sure yet. I may have to get some more of this and make like a little back frame, just to make a frame to go around inside these and across things, so I got something to screw something onto, so I can get the back off. So obviously this is going to be trimmed through here and around there, and I might just leave just a little bit sticking out, so it looks good. So it'll sit in there. That'll stop people from. I need to blunt this off a little bit more, just so people don't hurt themselves on it. Same with these. These are sharpish. I'll take a wee bit more off the edge of them. These ones, this one here's not too bad, but it's what it is. So yeah, I'm getting there. Just frustrated at the moment because the tray's just, it's what I want, but it's not quite what I want. So hopefully, I sent the guy a message earlier on and took a picture of the tray, so hopefully he can find me some standoffs to put on it. Do the right things, because I don't know where I'm going to get them from. But anyway, we're getting there. Still not 100% decided on that. The other thing I thought about was maybe getting some bike chain and wrap around it or something like that. I could probably do the same in here. Like, this isn't final yet. This is just still, I might make this out of better timber, but I'm just trying to get in my head. I did think about putting bike chain around here too to hide the seam, and just put maybe the odd weld in between or something like that. I don't know. Maybe some down here too. I don't know. I'm just trying to make it look cool, and try and hide all the funniness in places. But I think we're getting there. So it's going to have ventilation out the top. It's going to have that much ventilation. It's going to be silly, to be honest, but I still want to get some mesh so I can put them behind these fins to try and hide what you sort of see in there, if you know what I mean. Like, so it's not quite so easy to see in. And as hopefully I'll work out, I'll put a raft fans down in here, each side. I could possibly put some fans up the top blowing out as well. I don't know. But anyway, we're getting there. Because, I don't want to have, 20 fans in it, but, even if I put 6 in the front and a couple up the top or something like that, I don't know. Just, we'll work something out. Anyway, we'll get back to you later on. Cheers. So how you going, guys? So I'll just do the bit of footage that you've seen was a good week ago. Unfortunately, I haven't had a chance to get back out here, but I've collected a few more bits and pieces. So I'll turn the camera around and I'll show you what I've collected. I hope maybe tomorrow night or something like that I'll get a bit more done and I'll throw another video up. But yeah, it's been a bit of a pain in the butt trying to get anything done recently, but I'll show you what I picked up. Righty, so what I got here, got a couple lots of bike chain, just from local bike shop, just scrap stuff. I've got a few more gears, a couple here. I've got some big nuts. Not sure what this gear is, doesn't matter. So I'm going to use that to work a base for making something from here. I was thought about making a spider out of some sprockets and some bolts and some nuts and some chain for legs. I'm going to wrap some chain around the seam to cover that up. What else have I got? I haven't had any joy with that motherboard that I was working with the other day, but this will work. I might just make, I've been watching a couple of videos, I might just make a motherboard tray out of some, that maybe even that ply that I've got down here that I'm going to probably end up using for the backboard. I might just make a motherboard tray out of that. I've got some more angle iron, the same, another 6 meters, so I can use to set the stuff up. The other thing I've got too, is I bought some stuff from my computer the other day, because I was running out of storage. I bought another hard drive. I want to buy another one after Christmas. But I bought some fans to start off playing with setting up in here, because I want to put a few fans, because you got to keep computer parts cool, especially when you're doing a lot of video editing. So that's sort of my thought was, if somebody wants to have this and they're going to be doing video editing and using high-end parts, you've got to keep it cool. So I'll pull one of these out. These are 120mm fans, which are a pretty normal sort of fan in a computer case nowadays. 120 or 140s. They do make a few other different sizes, but these are the real common ones. So the plan is, depending on which way you want to have them facing in or out, is to run probably some down here, and depending, like I could run some up here as well to help exhaust heat. So yeah, I'm getting there. So I've collected a few bits. I'm still working out what I want to do. It's been a real pain in the butt. I've been wanting to try and get out here most nights, but unfortunately Dad's camper, which has been out there, it's been parked in here with the back brakes off it, so I haven't had a chance. And this weekend I've been out helping people move stuff. One of Rachel's friends moved back into his house that he had rented out because he's been up in the North Island in New Zealand. He moved back into it, so he wanted to hand to unload some stuff. So I did that yesterday, and then my brother, he's been doing some renovations on his kitchen, and he wanted to move all his appliances and everything back in. So we went in there this morning and moved some stuff, and then went and had lunch with him, and when I got home I'd eaten way too much and I lay in the bed for a while, and I've just actually been doing the video editing of all the stuff I've done the other week, because I don't know, I just don't seem to get time or the peace and quiet to actually be able to do video editing, or somebody else wants to use the computer, or I just never seem to get any time recently just to try and get things done properly. So it's been a real pain in the butt, but I want to put more content out and I want to get this a bit further on to try and keep things ticking along, because I haven't really got any other content at the moment, because the next car show is not until obviously in the new year. I don't think there's anything else coming up, just like in the next few days, between now and Christmas, or in between New Year's. So yeah, basically the next thing is, I think, the Cromwell Car Show, which is like about a week or so after Christmas, and then there's another one at the end of January, and then another one just after the start of February, and then there's another one a bit later on, and then some other ones as well, but I haven't sorted them out yet. But anyway, I'll put this up and we'll catch you later.